to go every 20 seconds, so I either talk really fast or I just, lose it. Anywho, alright, so English teacher and integrator at Abbottsleigh. Today I'm going to talk about what kids are getting up to online and on their phones, because it's really, really important, as we know. And we need to know what they're up to, not because we want to be that big brother type, but because it's important that we teach them right from wrong, respect from disrespect, and thoughtful from unthoughtful. Now, this infographic appeared in my Twitter feed earlier in the week, and I grabbed these 4 particular stats which I think provide that really good context for why it's so important for our kids to be aware of their digital footprint. And well before they actually start using social media. It shouldn't just start when they're 13 and magically the terms and conditions say that they're allowed to use social media, because we know that they're not getting on when they're 13. They're getting on much earlier. So we have to teach them how to use it properly. They go onto their L plates when they turn 16. They have a year beside us in the car, 3 years on P plates. And that's a really good way to support their learning. Why don't we do that with social media? So many kids are just let loose on a plethora of social media spaces. So it doesn't matter which one they're using, but they're conversing, they're interacting, they're sharing, they're publishing, they're buying, they're playing, they're networking. They're skills that we already teach in real life, so we are actually halfway there. Now, some of those sites might be blocked at school, but it doesn't matter because we've been doing it for quite some time. So even though social networking might seem real, YouTube, I believe they once called TV. Pinterest, I think we all have used a notice board at some point in our lives. Instagram, pretty sure they were photo albums back in the 90s. Twitter is the note passing of the 21st century. And then we've got good old Facebook. So, although Facebook is the most prominent social media space for us as adults, our teens and tweens, we're looking at a bit of a decline lately. So, it's where the parents hang out. I remember childhood and having no parental supervision at times, and it was actually really cool. I had independence and responsibility. Digital spaces are no different. So, this graphic shows that yes, Facebook is the preferred network, but that popularity is decreasing. Kids know today that there's more to life than Facebook, some of them. There's also Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, school, music, study, sport, boys, girls, One Direction, Big Brother, and absolutely everything in between. So let's look at a few of them. Video sharing. Obviously YouTube's the obvious one. Anyone can have their own channel and their 15 minutes of fame like Justin Bieber did. His might be going a little bit too long, but he's got his mum to thank for that and the videos that she posted on YouTube. Australian bands like 5 Seconds of Summer in the bottom right hand corner, again, are gaining their popularity and success because of video streaming. Twitter, my personal favourite. It's microblogging in 140 characters or less. Kids are following their favourite celebrities. They're screaming out for a retweet from Harry Styles way too often. They're following TV hashtags and following that conversation with a few 100,000 of their closest friends. They might even follow the Ozpol hashtag because that's always fun. When 140 characters isn't enough, they're going to blogs. So Tumblr, WordPress, Blogger, so many to choose from. Hopefully they're not being scammed into giving out email addresses or phone numbers like the top left example. Hopefully they're sharing positivity like the Invisible Hearts project, anti-bullying project on Tumblr. Okay, they're also gaming, but not by themselves. They're using computers and consoles to play games like Minecraft. One of my kids, all of my kids have a friend in Minecraft called Master Nom Nom, and he's actually in the room today. Some of you may have had a presentation from him. His real name's Nick, they don't know that. So it's social and it's collaborative, and they're doing it all the time through not just their PCs and their phones, but also consoles. Okay, they're texting. On average, teens send more than 100 texts a day. Along with normal texting, there's also Kik and Snapchat and countless other messaging apps. Sign-ups take moments, and kids are sharing their usernames online via all their other social networks. Snapchat has had its bad press, but it tends to amuse me every day on the train when my daughter sends one when she gets home from school. Instagram, probably my second favourite. It's creative, it's easy, it makes me look like an amazing photographer when I'm not. Teens and tweens have been known to use it for Insta beauty pageants. Google them, they're not great. However, they're also sharing positive messages, special events, and they have that creative voice. Okay, getting through. Q&A. Sites like Formspring and Ask.fm are really the only social networks that I hate, that I tell all parents to go home and ask their kids if they're using them. and tell them to get their accounts closed down. Those headlines on the screen should indicate just how bad a site like Ask FM is, where kids can ask any question and other kids can reply anonymously. It opens them up to way too much rubbish. So Facebook, the big F word, now actually looks pretty good compared to horrendous Q&A sites. So yes, although it's on the decline, kids are still using it. They're playing online games through Facebook, they're still talking to their friends, they're messaging, they're setting up events for parties, which can go one way or the other. So yeah, Facebook is still obviously very prominent. So I come back to this quote and I ask everyone in this room to think, how are we preparing our students to engage with social media? How are we preparing them to be responsible users? How are we helping them to leave that positive digital footprint now so that it won't actually affect their future? Or do we avoid it because it's blocked or we don't actually use it ourselves?